Hey everybody, Jimmy back with the Triple C Collective here on Anime Any Day, episode 2 of Star Wars Visions, called Tattoon Rhapsody. It was from the production studio Colorido, and this is 14 minutes long. And let me just say, I love the animation style of it. It was freaking fantastic. I loved every second of it. Um, I really loved the rock music of it, across the board. This is very much so like what later I found out in the filmmaker focus, again the special features, that they were trying to do a rock opera, which they nailed here. But I just loved the music. It was like exactly what I would call the definition of my kind of music, and it was just excellent to like hear it be a part of like Star Wars and everything like that. Um, so it was just great, and it's also the only episode to use like previous like in the movies characters of we see Boba Fett and Jabba the Hutt here, which we've only seen in the actual movies, the Skywalker saga, all of those movies, um, and so like it was really great to kind of see them, and they were a little bit different, but also like very much so the same. I shouldn't say they were like different. We just saw different sides of them basically, through new eyes, which was really great and awesome. And I loved this episode. Like I said, I really love the music. I love the animation, the look, the style of it. It was all so great. Um, so the like story of this episode is the band is made up of G, a former Hutt, Jay, a former Jedi apprentice, Curdy, a droid, Lan, a three-headed devil-looking creature that plays drums and like kind of spins around. It's great looking character design, and their droid V5. Um, they are chased by a bounty hunter, Boba Fett, sent by Jabba the Hutt, going after Gi. They finally, Boba Fett finally captures Gi, takes him back to Jabba the Hutt. The band, after like a discussion about like what G meant to them and like how they brought them all together and like gave them like kind of like a new purpose and stuff, like it was really cool and really great. They decide to go and go to Jabba, plead their case to Jabba, and say that we let us play one show before you execute him, before you execute G, so that like we can have this show. And of course, they rock out to this. They play the one song, and it's amazing. It's so good. It's so full of energy. It just like gets you going and stuff. Like it was awesome, and they kill it, and it's great. And the guards are getting ready to like Jabba the Hutt's guards are getting ready to take G back. Jay grabs the microphone and says, Jabba, we're going to be the biggest band in the galaxy. How do you feel about becoming our first sponsor? And then there's like silence. The crowd starts like chanting, one more song, one more song, one more song. So Jabba like gives the signal to let them play the one more song, basically saying like giving that okay that he'll become the sponsor and stuff. And it's really great. And then they start playing the second song, and they start playing the second song, and then it goes to like credits and everything like that. The Something else I will say about this, in the filmmaker focus, they said they wanted to do a rock opera, which I absolutely believe that they nailed in every sense of the word of like rock opera and stuff. But the episode itself was really cool because it also opens up with Jay, the Jedi apprentice, like running away like from like battle, being like shot at and stuff, and falling through the roof of who we find out to be later G's roof to his, I don't know, ship compartment, wherever G is staying at that point. J falls through it, and that's how G and J meet, and then J eventually becomes the lead singer of the band because that's what they want to do. That's all they want to do is just play their music across the galaxy and just rock out. And I can relate to just wanting to like do this one thing so badly that you will literally make a deal with Jabba the Hutt to allow you to play one song just to prove that you are good, and that because um, one thing that's very funny is that at the beginning of the episode, when Boba Fett first shows up to kidnap G or take G from the band to Jabba the Hutt, is they're talking after, and they're like, "We never get to finish a set. We've never finished a show," and it's just really funny. It's really adorable, or not really adorable, but it's really funny and really relatable, and being like, man, I just want this so badly, and kind of struggling to get it, and but still having that want, being like, this is the only thing I want to do, this is the only thing like I've ever wanted, so I'm gonna keep going for it. Like, that's awesome. And then one of the things though that was really crazy is that, like, in the filmmaker focus, they were talking about how like the filmmakers at Studio Colorido, they wanted to use Jabba the Hutt and like Boba Fett from the beginning, and then the Disney people were kind of like, I don't know, should we do this? Do we not want to do this? Because like then people have like questions of like, is this stuff canon? Is it not canon? Doesn't matter. Can't we just enjoy some Star Wars tales? Like, can't we just enjoy something and not have to worry about it being connected to the bigger picture or all the picture? Can't we just like enjoy these fun stories and let it be just fun, cool, new, interesting stories, whether they are using completely original like new characters, or whether they're pulling like in the Bobas or the Jabba the Hutts or anything like that. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't care if this little if they I don't care if Book of Boba Fett like touches on this in any way, shape, or form. It like that has no bearing on me, because this episode, Tatooine Rhapsody, is just amazing. It's just so much fun. It's so great. The fact that Boba and Jabba are in there are awesome. The fact that people thought it was a risk to possibly use it, I possibly use like those characters that originally showed up in like the movies and stuff in this Visions thing. I find that to be a little bit silly. It's like, just let it be Star Wars. If they want to use if they want to use some of these characters, let them. If they don't, like, if they want to tell completely original, let them tell completely original. I would say this still felt like a very original character, or a very original story, with these previous characters like showing up in it, because in the end it's not really about them. They're kind of sideline characters. It's really about the band and how they're trying to like do their thing. So none of that really bothered me that much or anything like that, seeing it. And when I heard that like people were thinking that it was risky doing it, I was like, you're worried about nothing. One thing, again, from the filmmaker focus, that I also found like really interesting about it is that the Japanese voice actor Akio Canada, uh, he voiced Boba Fett in this Visions episode, but he is also the same voiceover actor who voiced Jango, Boba Fett, and all the clone troopers and all of the Star Wars series. Like, he has always been the Japanese voice of that, and that was really cool. I thought that they like brought him in for Visions to like, as like, still, so if you listen to it with like, you know, Japanese with like English subtitles, Japanese audio speaking, with the English subtitles or whatever on it, like, that's really neat that you're seeing like a guy who has performed this character throughout like the animated history of it. I thought that was really neat. I thought that was a really cool bit of information that I wouldn't have known without like again, like, I wouldn't have known that without watching the filmmaker focus stuff of it. I thought that was really cool. They also, now again on the American side, like, I watched it with the English dub. It was the same with like Boba Fett. They brought Timo Morrison back, who we know who's played Boba Fett since the prequel trilogy as Jango Fett, and then moving on forward. So that was really cool to see him come back for that. Then Joseph Gordon-Levitt also voiced Jay, and I thought that was pretty cool because I was like, man, the lead singer or like the character Jay, I was like, his voice sounds familiar, and I couldn't pinpoint it. And then when I watched the filmmaker Focus, I was like, oh, there we go. That's where I got my answer from. The other works that you can find by them is Penguin Highway. They also produced A Whisker Away, or another like work by them is Burn the Witch, by Studio Colorido. And I really, again, Tattoon Rhapsody was really great. I really loved the music. The music is probably my favorite thing in this episode. If in episode 1 my favorite thing was like the look of like the hand-drawn animation, my favorite thing about this episode is by far the music. And that's not to say that like the music in episode 1 or in other episodes is just like bad or trash. Like no, this just happened to be like they just hit the literally the right chord with me, in every sense of the word, in every sense of the music style that they use for it. Like, I just loved it. It's so great. It's so much fun. And I just can't recommend Star Wars Visions enough. I hope you all are watching it. If you haven't, like, go check it out. It's well worth the watch. If you've ever thought that you've wanted to get more into animation and you just don't know where to start, Star Wars Visions is a really good place to start. You got 7 different studios doing 9 different episodes, so you get a good mix of taste of like of anime and what to kind of expect from like looks or how they tell stories different, here as opposed to American animation and stuff. So like it's really great. It's really awesome. It is 100% well worth the time to check out. And again, this is only the 2nd episode. I'm really excited about doing the next one. Now, the other thing is that I'm going to do 7 episodes, 1 episode representing each studio. So I will, in the next episode, we talk about episode 3 and 7, I believe, from Trigger Studio. So I thank you all for joining me here on episode 2 of Anime Any Day, Star Wars Visions, presented by the Triple C Collective. You guys all have a great day, and may the Force be with you.